So we're gonna ride
Turn right
backyard.
onto Springleaf Court, then turn left onto Mineral Springs.
We're gonna ride backyard trails today. BYT. I guess it's the original spot for Charlotte, is what I've been told. It's like the OG trail around here. So we're gonna try it out. I've not been there yet, but I've heard a lot of people say to pull up to that spot. So we're gonna check it out, see what it's got to offer. I guess supposedly there's some jump lines in there. I don't know that they're airline size, but we're gonna give them a shot. Good old college try.
In half a mile, turn right onto University City Boulevard.
Just got that number 2 the other day from my boy DJ. Bro gets me right.
5 south ramp.
Number 2 with little light taper. Can't beat it, bro. We're most certainly gonna need some gas here too.
Turn right onto the
Little
I-85
93.
south ramp.
Gotta pull up to my secret spot here.
In 1,000 feet, merge onto I-85 south.
This joint is way cheaper than any other gas station in the area. It's fire. Yeah, so today we're cruising it. My car says 84, but it feels way
Continue
higher
on
than that.
I-85 south, 4 miles.
It's like 105 minimum. But you know how we do it. We be out here riding any conditions. Don't you love driving behind semis where you can't see anything? I missed the exit from my gas station, so we are rerouting heavy right now.
In 600, turn left onto Statesville Road.
Might have to hit Bojangles on the way down.
South ramp.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is it. Now we're tracking.
Head east on Starita Road.
You know what butters me up in the morning is getting cut off crazy. Like, who are you, bro? You guys ever just like look around at the cars here? You guys ever just like look around at the cars here next to it, like a gas
In
station or
1,000
something,
feet, merge onto I-85 south.
and are just amazed by what's going on?
2 lanes to take exit 38.
Like this guy I was
I-77
just
south,
next to at the
US
gas
21
station
south toward Columbia.
had probably a third of his windows attached. The steering wheel was like hanging off of his dash. He had a knife sticking out of his glove box, like on top of the dash. Like, how do you just have a knife stabbed in your dash, like ready to go? That's crazy.
Use the left 2 lanes to take the I-77
Bro
south
must be a
ramp. Then
dog.
use any lane to take the ramp top.
You know what blows my mind more than anything? When people like drive so belligerent, and then when they pass you, you see a sticker on their windshield that says "baby on board." Like, hello? What do you mean, baby on board? You're driving like a lunatic. That's the craziest thing to me, man. It's like people drive with these baby on board stickers like they get a pass for driving like a crazy person. Like, what are you, a nut job? I don't know, man. Like, this dude just blows by me on a merge right before the exit. Baby on board. Like, what do you mean, baby on board? So in 15 years, I got to deal with this baby on board driving like a nut job too. You feel me? It's crazy. That's got to be like a top 3 all-time pet peeve.
Keep left to continue on I-7.
Like, this guy's driving like he's pulling out a Carson Coffee in a GT 500. But he's got a baby on board. Give me a break. Oh my god. Buddy has no front quarter panel, no bumper, no window. His door's hanging off. Bro's still kicking though. Gotta give him that. Jesus, buddy. Jesus Christ. This baby on board dude just slammed on his brakes in front of me. I mean, slammed. Guaranteed no baby in that vehicle right now. Guaranteed. So yeah, we're gonna try backyard trails today, BYT. It's near like South End, I guess. But yeah, I guess there's a couple of good, decent jump lines in there, so we're gonna check it out. I don't think they're like airline size, but a lot of people suggest to ride there if you haven't, so we're gonna check it out. Haven't been there yet, so hopefully we can get cooking good looking. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can send it a little bit decent today. It is Send It Saturday, so gonna see if we can bend it like Beckham at BYT. You heard me? You ever in traffic and like, I don't know, going 40 miles an hour, and then you see some guy like no blinker flying, bobbing and weaving? You ever wonder like what they're in a rush for? Or are they just like trying to get into an accident, you feel me? Bro, is this dude slapping someone? Either the dude in front of me just slammed on his brakes to slap at his passenger like 3 times, or he was killing a spider. I might have to call somebody for that. Honestly, I have no idea if this is it right now. Alright, I think we made it. See if we can't go for a PR getting this thing together here. check. All right, so I think we made it. Authorized vehicles only. That's weird. Guess it's supposed to be down this trail here. I do see a mountain bike trailhead sign there, so we should be live here. Oh wait, I think I was supposed to take a right there. Off-road. Oh, don't mind me. Somebody said to take a right at a fork in the road and go by like a water treatment plant, so that looks like here. We're gonna check it out. Alright. We're gonna find this place, come on. It's a nice breeze up here actually, considering it's like 100 out. Oh, that's gotta be it. Update. Probably like a mile in on a main loop. Not going the right way to find these jumps, that's for sure. Every time I go to these new trails to try and find the jump lines, I just end up hitting the main loops. Oh! Hello? Trying to record this one-handed with my left hand on the bar is just not ideal. Let's try this again. All right, I think I found him. We've officially found the jumps. I'm gonna try and walk up here off trail so I don't get lost again. Looks like there's a trail to go up over here. Oh, look at this thing. Look at this thing right here. Turns out when I fell going 5 miles an hour, my elbow landed on a rock. So it's not ideal, but we're alive. Yes, these are definitely the jumps. Walking through spider webs like crazy right now. They definitely look like they haven't seen water in like 3 years. But it also hasn't rained in like 2 weeks. So it's understandable. They look like they're gonna crumble. Hello? They look like fun, but... Oh, there's some big ones over there. Holy Lord almighty here. What have we just uncovered? Is that open? The amount of spider webs I'm taking off of myself right now. Unfathomable. So it looks like this is the start. There's actually a bunch of jump lines in here. One to the left after this little quarter. One straight ahead. And then this one, that gap down there actually looks pretty massive. I don't know that I'm trying to hit that thing though solo. Especially if I like break the wooden ramp that looks very old. That would be a problem. BYT dirt jumps. See, the thing is, I don't know how to get here without going, like finding them going through the main loop. So I'll have to try and figure that out. So yeah, we'll see if we can't hit some of these and get a few clips in me, you feel me? Of course, preview this midline. Probably like a 7-foot kicker right here. Probably a little taller than, or longer than I am tall. Into like a 5-foot tall gap, 4-foot tall gap. It's probably good 8-foot. Into a small roller there, quarter turn. Like a little turn jump here. And you've got that like 8-foot, 7-footer. Into a roller and then a gap. Yeah, I think we'll try and hit him. So definitely not fast enough, which is fine. I've never hit these before, but the first two are actually the toughest to get right. We're gonna give it another go here. See if we can't get the speed right. A little bit better there. You got to be careful with the slow or small lips like this, because whenever they're lower than your front wheel, they tend to just bounce you right off. That's my fruit for thought, at least. I'm gonna move us further down here so we can get a look at the last couple jumps. Yeah, I mean, they hit all right. I think my front tires, or both my tires are a little bit too low for these rock hard jumps right now, but hittable. It's definitely hittable. Here, I'll give you a clip of the first three just the other way. Why don't we do that? Ew! All right, let's try and get a clip of the next section here. Why don't we do one this way? If I can. Try that angle. Yeah, so these two here, the one right out of the first turn and then the double here after, lose a little bit of speed coming out of the turn. So I definitely would get probably one crank in, because you do kind of slow up a little bit in that transition, but nothing horrible. I mean, you can see I kind of boosted it a little bit, but my tires are also low. So then you hit this little roller with kind of a turn with a little bit of a roller in there. And then you got this double, which is pretty nice. And then the last jump. This one's probably my favorite. It's the most flowy, I think. So why don't we get an angle behind this berm? I think we're gonna end the clip on that one. I wanna see this other line here too, and I'm getting gassed from this heat. So you can push your limits, but don't push them too far, you get me? Yeah, no, it's definitely a fun line. It's cool, it's kind of funny to see the carpets over the lips and landings, because usually that's what a BMX jump line looks like. If you've ever been to like hardcore BMX trails, most of them have the carpets on them. So yeah, it's kind of funny that they have them. I was kind of surprised. So here's the other line to the left. It's like a little table. I think they all might be tables. Just walk through another spider web. Kind of just like a big roller. I guess you can jump it. Looks like probably the biggest gap. Probably manual that. Into like a little upper level half turn here. Ooh, little sewage gap. Can't beat a little sewage gap. Oh, it's still going. Nice little kicker on the left side there. Oh, there's more jumps. Take me a while to get clips of all this. I might just do like 3 long ones. Looks like someone tried making a little transfer. Cut out. So yeah, we'll get a couple clips of this line here, and then we'll probably call it a day. So here's a history lesson, folks. See how low this gap is? It's probably half the size of my front tire. The reason you see so many memes of kids nosediving and going over their bars is because whenever it's smaller than your front wheel, it does more of a bounce motion than a roll, because you can't soak in the whole front wheel. So what happens is the second you bounce up and your front tire's off the lip, your back tire is going to repeat the same thing and just totally flip you over. So just use the bounce to your favor, but you have to know that your rear end is going to come right back up too. Almost the same thing with the second one, but it's a little bit easier to keep the flow because your back tire is just starting to go up it before your front comes off. But so these 2 jumps here, can't really do too much with them. They keep you pretty low, which is fine. You get in them pretty fast, which is nice, but they don't really send you anywhere crazy. So yeah, that sewer jump, and then the second one here. I guess we'll get one last clip from the bottom. Might not be able to see that much because they're pretty far apart. Here's the last one. Definitely looks pretty long in person, but the whole thing is downhill, so you kind of just flow right down it. All right, if you've never been to BYT, try and do some research on trail direction, because I spent like 10 minutes trying to get out of here from the jump lines, and I'm in somebody's backyard, which is not where I came in from, so we're lost. Confirmed lost. Well, we finally found the car from the opposite direction off a highway. All right, so that's BYT. I would say I probably got lost around a number that starts with an S amount of times. Give or take a few. I often find myself going to new trails and trying to find like the jump lines first, just because that's more of what I ride. So I end up taking the main loop for like a mile or two, and then I end up like just finding it in the woods somewhere. They're not usually right at the entrance, so sometimes you have to look for them. Yeah, so I definitely took one, a rock right to the elbow. So we're a little bit greased up right now. Nothing wrong with some elbow grease though. It'll put you into overdrive. But yeah, I mean, if you grew up riding bikes, you grew up with some bumps and bruises, so nothing we're not used to. But yeah, I was legitimately going like 2 miles an hour and just washed out downhill with my left hand on the front brake. You can add that up. Ooh, the fireworks stations are out. So funny, as a kid, you like loved going to those firework pop-ups until you hear stories about people blowing their fingers off with a bottle rocket. JPP. Isn't that who did that? Didn't JPP blow his hand off? Bro still played though, and he held it down. Oh! Someone just lit one off. That can't be legal. Bro, they've shaved the ice over there. Yeah, dude, my shirt is literally like sopping wet, which is probably so attractive right now. The only benefit to riding in the heat is that usually in mountain bike trails, they're all covered by trees, at least mostly, so you're not usually in the direct heat, but it's so much more humid down in the south than it is up north, so it just sticks to you. But yeah, I turn into a freaking raspberry. North is peppered right now. Why is it always the Nissan Altimas that drive like they've never seen a license before? It's crazy. Oh, a scat pack went down. You know it's bad when a car has a fresh accident and there's nobody around the car except the cop. Am I seeing things? It's not even a plate. Dude's got a paper plate for a license plate. Dude just, I'm at a red light, but there's a green left. Dude takes the left, then slows down, turns right into the oncoming lane, drives until there's no more cars, and then cuts over to our lane past the intersection. And then starts riding on the sidewalk. I don't even know what I just watched there. Here's another pet peeve. I'm literally full of pet peeves right now. How many times has your order for pickup been snagged by somebody? Like, you pull up to the counter, you give them your name, you're like, oh, it was picked up like 2 minutes ago. Did you ask them for the last name at least? Like, she's like, oh, sorry, yeah, it was like just picked up. I'm like, well, that can't be right. It's so funny because they used to put it, during COVID, they'd have like a shelving unit. Like, every fast food place had it. They have the shelves still out there, but they don't put the meals on them. They keep them behind the counter. So like you actually have to say your name instead of just grab it, which was never gonna work. You just, I don't know. Like, what do they just get lucky? Next time I pull up to Chipotle, I'm just gonna be like, oh, order for Randy, and hope there's a Randy. But yeah, the fast food bandits are out heavy today. It's not even 3 p.m. and we're getting orders swiped. At least we're gonna put them onto a fire order, low-key. You guys don't even want to know my Chipotle order. It's absolutely dynamite. Bowl or burrito. Alright. Brown rice, black beans, fajitas, chicken. Depending on how the meat looks, if you're in person, I might throw in a little barbacoa on there. Debatable. Spot check on the meat though. If it's full takeout, chicken every time. Then we're going medium salsa, corn salsa, cheese, and lettuce. Hold the additions. Easy order every time. So let me know. Yeah, so a little review of BYT to cap it off. Definitely an old trail system, you can tell. I mean, the fact that it hasn't rained in like 2 or 3 weeks doesn't really help its case, just because everything is so dried out. So it rolls a little bit tougher, but the jump specifically is where I go to, and you can tell they've definitely been mulled over the years. They're a lot lower than they probably used to be. Everything's kind of everything's pretty beat. It's definitely all still rideable. But yeah, BYT was fun. I definitely got lost for a while, but the jumps are pretty nice. They're, like I said, you can tell it's an old trail system, but I mean, it's definitely all still rideable, nice. There's some pretty decent gaps in there, which is cool. Definitely give it a try. I would certainly do your research before you pull up so you don't get lost. Unless you like doing the main loop, which I don't particularly ride that often. So I would try and do some research. Maybe I'll do another video on, if I go back there sometime soon, how to get in and out easily, specifically to the jump lines. But yeah, it was a fun day, definitely hot, took a little digger, but you live and learn, and that's a clip, you feel me?